Healthy Edge. And for YouTube, I am John Hutchings. This is Healthy Edge Live every weekday morning at 5:30 a.m. from World Gym Rochester, worldgymrochester.com. We have 2 membership offers expiring on Tuesday. You've got today and tomorrow to take advantage of those, and that is the Gold membership with 0 enrollment and the Christmas in July paid in full membership, $129. Get you a membership through the end of the year. Check those out at worldgymrochester.com. Anyway, it's Monday morning. Hope you had a great weekend. I was just chronicling here for the Facebook crew. I did a little stand-up paddleboard. I hung out at home after work Saturday. Threw the football around a little with my kids. Oh, it was a good weekend. One thing I did yesterday is I worked out. The week starts on Sunday. That's my new mantra. Kind of gets me up and off the couch on Sundays, get me to the gym. I've been doing leg day, which is arduous. I did it with no caffeine. Just to see. My buddy Nick Sutherland here, trainer at World Gym, told me we were talking about using caffeine. He said he hasn't been using it 1 day a week. I thought I would try it. Picked leg day. Whoa. Okay. I like caffeine. Caffeine's good. Caffeine does have some positive benefits if you're not overusing it stimulates the central nervous system, just kind of gets you alive, awake, and get you into your workouts. But I did that without caffeine yesterday. I thought it was an interesting observation to share with you guys that you can do it. It is possible. I got a great workout. It was a little more challenging without the caffeine, but I don't know if that was mental placebo effect or if it was the actual physical properties that I was missing from that supplement. Anyway, give it a try sometime. Let me know how you feel working out without caffeine, if you do work out with caffeine. I always say if you don't do caffeine, don't start. It's great that you just rely on your body's own energy sources. But if you do, let me know how it goes working out without that. If you do work out, good segue here, with caffeine, give Spark a try. AdvoCare Spark. It's a healthier and more sustained energy boost I have found personally with researching the ingredients and personal experience. Let's talk about supplements. Over the weekend, I had a couple conversations in the gym about people's supplements routine, and I said, I'm going to write a blog post, which I still will, and you can find that at healthyedgeblueprint.com for those of you who just like to go and read stuff. 3 reasons I used to take supplements. The reasons I used to take supplements. Number 1, cheaper. Who hasn't? Raise your hand. Give me a hey, thumbs up, or whatever emoji or icon you can do there on Facebook Live. If you've gone to the store and you've looked at identical supplements, different brands, and said, okay, this one's $50, this one's $30, I'm picking the one that's $30. If you've done that, that would used to be my number 1 reason why I bought a supplement. I would go, I wanted the benefits of whatever the ingredient was, and I would just look at the shelves, shop around, look at the brands, and go, okay, this one's cheaper or less cost per serving. Let me grab that one because, money. So that was the number 1 reason I used to pick supplements. If you are doing this, you are bypassing probably the most important element of what you're putting into your body. Now, if you want to buy cheaper bed sheets, or if you want to buy cheaper trash bags, save a few pennies. I'm frugal. Who isn't? Save a few pennies. If it busts open every once in a while, you say, hey, I saved a few pennies. You get what you pay for, right? Or if you put your toe through your bed sheets after about 10 washings, you get what you pay for. But we're talking about stuff you put in your body. The Healthy Edge Blueprint is your plan for optimizing your health, wellness, and fitness. Since I started focusing on that, just really dialing it in with this blueprint program, and it started around March 1st when I kicked off the Healthy Edge Live series. I said, you know what? I really want to, I'm 50 years old now. I turned 50 in January. I want to really make my focus going forward on quality of what I put in my body. I want to get rid of all this processed stuff, all this cheap stuff. Do I indulge in cheap once in a while? Sure. But for the most part, I'm only putting clean, wholesome, proven ingredients, high quality stuff into my body. Number one reason I used to use supplements or buy supplements is it was cheaper. Sometimes the cheaper is the better value. If you do your research and you can find a more economical way to get stuff without any fancy bells and whistles. Some supplements, they just throw stuff. They use the kitchen sink, and pre-workouts, they'll just throw everything in there and say, okay, it's $70. And some caffeine and some B vitamins is $30, $40. So, cheaper can be the better alternative sometimes, but not usually. Check that out for yourself. Reason number 2, it was the hot supplement. Reason number 2, I used to take supplements. Who hasn't taken, if you've been in the weight room, and some of you, I don't want to call you civilians, but if you are not indoctrinated into the ways of the weight room, you probably haven't heard of, but the rest of us have heard of No Explode. Everyone was taking No Explode. You had to take No Explode. It was a pre-workout. It blew your mind. What happened was I was taking it. I started taking it because everyone else was. I remember I owned the Downtown Fitness Club. I ordered my whey protein and all the stuff that I resold at the club there from this guy. And I said, hey, throw in a container of No Explode. Before long, I was ordering 2 and 3 containers of No Explode. It wasn't inexpensive either. I was buying it because it was the hot supplement. Everybody was talking about it. And so I bought it. And, you use a scoop, and then over time you do 2 scoops. I was doing 3 or 4 scoops of No Explode before I moved on from that stuff. Reason number 2, I used to take supplements, hot supplements. If you think back to the late 90s, Bill Phillips, Body for Life, EAS, he had everyone buying EAS products. I remember when I worked at the Rochester Athletic Club, we had another trainer there, Chris Toll. He used to make runs to the either GNC or Vitamin Shop. Vitamin Shop had just come to town. There was price wars. We were buying it for 60% off at GNC at the mall. And, we were just pushing that to all of our clients, Body for Life. It's not a bad product. EAS, we still sell it. I think Myoplex is a EAS product, if I'm not sure, if I remember right. But anyway, the second reason I used to take supplements, I even think back to the early 90s, hot stuff. If you guys have been around the weight game for a while, hot stuff was all the rage. It was this kitchen sink, Yohimbe, everything you could think of in there. Tribulus. I'm trying to think of some of the more common late 80s, early 90s supplements. Anyway, it was all in there. It was like $70, and we were paying $10 for a bottle of branched chain amino acids back then, and it was $70. But you know what? You bought it. I think the first one I actually ordered out of the back of a muscle mag, which, for me anyway, you didn't order stuff through the mail unless you were Boy Scouts and you ordered like sea monkeys out of Boy's Life. But reason number 2, and a reason you should not maybe take it, do your own research, it's the hot supplement. Reason number 3, I used to take supplements just because. We'd have salespeople come in the club, want to sell us a new line of products to sell out over our counter or whatever. My guy on the phone would say, hey, we got this hot new thing. Let me send you a few samples. And they'd send samples, and I'd start eating it. And I would go, hey, why would I buy my usual supplements? I've got this supply of freebies sitting on my credenza that's where I used to throw it behind my desk. I'd throw it back there. And someone would come in and say, hey, you got any pre-workout? I go, oh, here's one. It was always watermelon flavor. If you watch this program regularly, you know my disdain for watermelon because that was always the free supplement. Reason number 3, I used to take supplements is just because they were there. Someone gave them to me. I went to a bodybuilding show and you got a goodie bag. I went to a fitness expo. I heard there was a big one in Buffalo this past weekend. I didn't get up there to see that. But kudos to the people that put that on. It looked like through Facebook, it was a really great show. Anything that brings the fitness community together, I'm all for it. So maybe you got a bag full of supplements there, samples from the expo that walking around, and you're going to take those because, hey, you got them, they're free. I guess it's kind of reason number one, the price, but that's usually when you're buying and choosing between labels. If you're taking supplements because you got a free sample and you want to use them and you want to kind of extend the budget, you might want to do your research. You might want to look into it, see, look and see, what the level of purity or the manufacturing standards that these supplements were made to before you put that into your body. That was reason number 3, just because I had them. 3 reasons I used to take supplements. I don't know, probably around January, maybe a little sooner, December, November, I started looking at the AdvoCare line of supplements here at World Gym. They had them on the counter. They just sat there. No one really talked about them much. I knew about AdvoCare because I was approached by Jeremy Batt and a host of his downline distributors. If you're unaware, AdvoCare is sold through direct marketing or multi-level marketing. You can sell it yourself, or you can recruit people who use and sell as well. I was approached, I don't know, Jeremy, if you're watching this, I know you're my Facebook friend. 2011 sound right? Somewhere around there. At that point, I said, no, thanks. I'm going to sell this stuff. I was buying Optimum Nutrition through Europa distributors and reselling it in my club. And I said, I don't really want to change from that. But, it was no reason. I just was doing what I was doing. Probably one of the 3 reasons I take supplements. We kind of fall into routines. And so I had known about it. I also let people have mixers at the gym that were members. If they wanted to use the group exercise room, they hosted Zumba classes and stuff like that. So I was aware of the organization. But around December, I'd say, January, I started looking into this. I said, hey, let me do some research. Let me pull up the, what's the internet telling me? How do they stack up against other supplements? Start looking at the science. You start looking at the quality ingredients. You start looking at the manufacturing process and the certification that these have. Their AdvoCare, that is manufactured to pharmaceutical grade standards. It's not the only supplement out there that's doing that, but that was important to me, that the purity and the labeling was correct. That's my alarm, and that means we're kind of getting timed out here. Let me fix this real quick. Dismiss it. All right, there we go. Hopefully I've got this right. On Friday, I apologize. I had the screen reversed, so the Facebook crew got a black screen and the voice was garbled, so I apologize for that. But anyway, back to AdvoCare real quick, and then I'll wrap up. In doing and being in this business and doing, the due diligence and checking out all these things that I've talked about today, quality, purity, manufacturing, truth in labeling, all that stuff, I've decided that AdvoCare is the line that I'm going to promote through the Healthy Edge Blueprint for all of those reasons and more. They actually work. Long story short, I took a couple of those bottles of probiotics of the AdvoCare line sitting on the counter here at World Gym Rochester. I took them and it worked. It kind of set me on my course. That combined with the apple cider vinegar got my gut health on point. I just felt almost immediately less bloating. I knew internally something was going on. I'd been frustrated with my belly fat. I couldn't get rid of here these love handles and right below the belly button. Still a little bit there, but it's down considerably. I'm down 12 pounds. Actually 14. I didn't want to tell you guys I lost 2 more. I actually crossed over into losing weight I don't want to lose, so I'm bumping up my calories with my nutrition this week. But it worked. And I was like, okay, that's the final proof. I'm going all in and promoting and advocating that AdvoCare supplements are the official supplement of the Healthy Edge Blueprint. Check us out at healthyedgeblueprint.com. You can sign up for the Healthy Edge Blueprint right here with me at World Gym. We have coached workouts, we have boot camps, we have nutrition, we have supplementation, we have all the little things in between that's going to work best for you. I've been doing this for 20 years. I've distilled it down to everything from why you should take a cold shower, at least 60 seconds, not the whole thing. I've been finishing with the cold though. It's pretty exhilarating. Why you should take apple cider vinegar. All these things, the routines, why you put them in your life and in the places that you do. The Healthy Edge Blueprint will help get your health, fitness, and well-being on point. Check it out at healthyedgeblueprint.com. I am John Hutchings. This has been Healthy Edge Live every weekday morning at 5:30 on the Healthy Edge Blueprint YouTube channel and Healthy Edge Blueprint Facebook page. Thanks for joining. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Have a great day.